I thought I'd go around and give you a garden tour today. I think my garden is, in good enough condition to show today, so I'm gonna do that. First, we will start with the strawberries. I said I wasn't that good at strawberries, but the strawberries are doing better this year than they did last year, and the lizards are patrolling them like crazy. The squirrels are coming and wanting to pick a strawberry, and the lizards are right there trying to pick squirrels. Here is the collard greens. We just had the Memorial Day holiday, so we picked all our greens. We made a big old pot of greens. I do have several videos with collard green recipes and mixed green recipes and all that, because we are leaf eaters. The leaves that were too tough to eat and the parts that we didn't put in our pot, we are using to fertilize the greens. Oh, I forgot I got some new additions in this bed. Our neighbor gave us a couple of kale plants from his garden. So we have two, and we decided to plant them right next to the collard green. I have a video coming, will be after this one, where I explain how I take care of my sweet bay leaf tree in a pot. This would grow just fine in the ground, but the bay leaf is a very, very large tree. So I'm keeping it in this pot, and it's doing very well. It's gotten double the size. And that is the lettuce in the pot that has gone to seed. Most people pull their plants before they go to seed because they don't like the look of it and they figure they don't need it. But this is a PermaGarden, and I don't plant my lettuce. I let it go to seed. Wherever the seeds fall, that's where I have lettuce next year. In this pot, this is a bell pepper plant that is doing quite well. It's only been there a week, and it's taken this hot heat. Looks like I need to give it some water today. I watered it yesterday, but when you first plant something, you gotta really keep it wet. This is my thyme. It's growing off the side of the plant. We had a real cold winter this year for our season, and this plant died back. And I lost my rosemary plant over here. I had another one in a protected corner, and that one last. But you see all that? It died back. My little tent garden there that I made for the birds is falling apart again, because they just go in there and go rag crazy. I'm gonna have a video showing how they love to play in this little tent. But these birds moved into the sorghum bed, and they just come out, eat the seed, and play in the garden. It's just funny. But you wouldn't think that some little birds that small could work a tie out of a sorghum tent, but they do. Look at them. I mean, sometimes there's as many as 5 of them that I can see, and I don't even know what's in the bottom of them. But there they are. I didn't realize that. And see, they go inside and eat this sorghum, so they're like hog heaven. And then they can munch on these rat-tail radishes. They're in there just going crazy. This is my corn. So this corn is about a month old. This is my first garden tour because I've just been embarrassed by my garden. So I've just been doing work videos. And it's at my, this corn is at my calf. So this is the beginning of June. It's, I think, June 3rd. But I think by July 4th, I think it's gonna definitely make knee high by July. Here's my beans. Behind that is my wildlife cover garden. It's all rat-tail radishes, and that's the way the lizards like it. I got some weeds that I put there for cover where I have 8 different things. And that is my ragged purple kale, and it is going to seed. So I'm very excited about that, because sometimes we don't get enough cool temperature to have a lot of collards go to seed. These are cauliflower. That's purple cauliflower. My chicory, that is a permanent plant. A peanut and okra bed. Let me see if I can find an okra. They're in here. This is an okra plant here. That's an nasturtium. I'd like those to grow all around the lemon tree because there's a dandelion, yeah, next to a cosmos flower. And then there's a blue flower that I got from orchids. And then this is my pumpkin patch here. And I am healing it up. You know, I planted them over here because this spot doesn't get sun all the time. And there is some corn there. So when that corn gets taller, it will provide some shade. You can see an okra leaf. These are peanuts. I forgot what kind. I think they might be Spanish. There's a blue flower, and that's arugula wrapping itself around it. This is my mallow. It's got purple flowers, and this is one of the plants in the mallow family where you can eat the leaves, you can eat the root, you can eat the flowers if you want to. I really don't. Behind it is my boysenberry plant, and the boysenberry, something seems to be pulling on it. Maybe it's the birds or something because it's getting lower and lower, and you can see it used to be up here and now it's lower. The boysenberries are not ready, or maybe it's just getting lower from the weight. I don't know. I've been watching and I haven't seen birds pulling it. Maybe it's the raccoons at night. I am sitting in my potato bed. I have potatoes growing with these peanuts, and let me come down here that I'm showing you. And it's a nice herb for us. There's another chicory growing in the shade there. Those are my beans. These are runner beans. And here's some more pumpkin. These are Long Island cheese pumpkin. This spot is shadier, so they're doing much better. You see how they aren't wilting? The potatoes. It's June. My potatoes are just now coming up. I expect the potatoes to come up in the winter time and grow all winter, but not my potatoes. My potatoes wait until the heat of summer to come up. And what can you do? They come up when they want to come up. This is turmeric leaf, and you see something has been eating it, but turmeric is quite a tasty leaf to me, but the leaf has the flavor of the root. So when I can grow the leaf, I eat the leaf and leave the root in the ground. And here's what I wanted to show you before. There she is. This should tell you what the herb is. This is my sweet potato patch. This is white sweet potatoes. That is chamomile. It's my papaya tree. That's my artichoke. It has 4 artichokes on it, and I think it's growing up another stem. So I ate one artichoke. These I left to go to seed. They are turning green as they get huge. I mean, compared to what I picked up, but mine was so tender and good. This is actually still edible. It's still tender and good. So now I know you can wait a long time and still eat them, because that's still nice and tender, and it would make good food. Here's a purple cabbage that has gone to seed, or it's just starting to flower out some. And had I known they were permanent, I would have ate more. There's a lovely sweet potato flower. Looks just adorable. This is an herb that I do not know. I grew from seed. I got this expensive seed from this herbal house, and by the time it came up, it took 1.5 years for the thing to germinate. I have no idea what it is. I got two. This watermelon is getting a little more shade, so it's moving along faster. Same with the cantaloupe there. You see they're leafing out nicely. Raised bed, and I have chrysanthemums. These watermelon are in partial shade. Here's the chicory growing nice and tall. I eat that like every other day. There's the chrysanthemums. Look how bushy that this plant is here. But I like the way it looks. And that is my henna bush. My henna bush is like totally red. I don't know if that's like a good thing or not, but stuff eats it. And the leaves are used for your hair and skin. There's my gladiolus. There's a watermelon there, doing much better than the ones that are in full sun for now. Chrysanthemums starting to flower. And here's some who flowered and they're starting to be spent and put on their next show. These are my parsnips. I eat the leaves of parsnips. I don't eat the root. My tomatoes are in the shade of them. If you look, you can see the tomato leaf. It gets a little peak at sun, but they will grow out. And then my blueberry. Oh, my blueberry's doing so good since I put that Starbucks coffee on it. All that leaf is new growth. It's so pretty. There's another blueberry plant. That one always loved that spot. There's a calla lily. I need to tend to it. It's got a couple dead leaves. There's my raspberry. This is golden raspberry. This is a golden raspberry. It has raspberries on it, but the raspberry hides its raspberries. It's not like the blackberry advertises, but you have to know about the raspberries. They hide them. And I'm shocked that I'm getting raspberries because I didn't get any last year, and that plant fruits on all of its stuff. Maybe Starbucks helped with that too. This plant is getting much healthier now that I've got it in a Starbucks coffee mulch. Very, very happy about that. This is a new raspberry that I bought this year because I didn't get raspberries from the other one last year, and that is called Vintage. It's brand new. Ooh, look at that, my first flower. The ladybugs love flowers on anything in the carrot family. So parsnips, dill, fennel, all those that get this kind of flower head, it's like a ladybug magnet. This is my miner's lettuce. This dressed out, this is coffee damage. I don't know if it's damaged, but it's soaked in the coffee color, and it turned the leaves on that one coffee colored. But the berries love the coffee, and it's easier to get a hold of lettuce than it is berries, so that's the way that's going. I told you that we had a really cold winter, and I lost the rosemary. Well, this rosemary hung in there, but it did make it weaker for the insects, so they really ate it up. But other than that, it's doing fine. This is a broccoli that's going to seed, so that's cool. It's oregano. I keep on having to mow this down. Yeah, there's my spearmint. Oh, it smells so good over here. This is my spinach. I don't know what kind of spinach it is. I've been waiting forever for it to go to seed, and instead of going to seed, it's spreading out in clumps, so I will have to separate it soon. I put this cage up for my beans. See, my purple beans. Those are so easy for me. This is more of my beloved red celery. So that's so good. Down there, I don't know if this is, I think this is garlic, but I have both garlic and leeks in this container. That's probably a leek because they've done much better. And there's some more kale in the container. This is a bean that's growing along. I want to show you something. Natural gardening at its best. Oh, I might have missed it. There was, the ants had planted a bunch of aphids right here, right next to this plant in flower, and you see the wasp and everything. They cleared those aphids out so fast. They treated those like lunch. I think there might be one little bug left. Let me see. See one little black dot? That's it. That's all that's left. The ladybug armies and everything, just since they live right here, they made quick work of that. The ants had no chance, no chance in a celery bed. Absolutely, the aphids, they were in the wrong, they picked the wrong world. And so that is that. Oh, I think I forgot to show you the thyme that didn't get it. This is a more concealed corner. It's like tucked away. So this one here in the raised bed, this thyme is doing great. It's in full flower, and it didn't mind the coffee, I guess because it's so mature too. And I forgot to mention, my elephant garlic is dying back, so I could dig it up, but I'm not going to.